dear members of the United States Forces Korea. I wish to speak to you today as an independent candidate for President of the United States and as the only politician actually committed to you, the only one who refuses to flatter you with gaudy terms to cover up the corrupt and decadent culture in which you have been forced to work. I take you and your families seriously as someone who has himself been unemployed for much of 2020 and who has fought together with those in the military and intelligence committed to opposing tyranny and rule by the rich and powerful, at home and abroad. No, we do not have to go very far to find the enemy. The enemy has set up camp right there inside the Beltway. I want to talk to you today about the efforts to slowly and sneakily force you and your precious family members and then all Americans to take this COVID-19 vaccine. This operation, which started yesterday and which will be sped up warp speed from January 1st, is a dangerous one. This is one of the most dangerous moments in American history, and we must all stand together as Americans and follow the Constitution and follow our moral compass in our response. We must serve our country, which means defending our families and the families of our colleagues. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say that we serve billionaires and the parasites that they cultivate. This Moderna COVID-19 vaccine contains gene-altering RNA, a dangerous experimental drug that is not meant to cure you or to prevent anything. COVID-19 itself is a dubious disease cooked up in a laboratory by investment banks, the super rich, and other shadowy characters who have taken over much of our government. This dangerous COVID-19 vaccine is being distributed right now through the Brian D. Allgood Army Community Hospital at United States Army Garrison Humphreys, the 51st Medical Group at Osan Air Base, and the 8th Medical Group at Kunsan Air Base. These vaccines are supposedly approved by the FDA, but the FDA itself has been taken over by hostile corporate forces more dangerous than anything you will find in Pyongyang. I feel great sympathy for those who have been compelled, forced to tell you that this COVID-19 vaccine will help to support a fight tonight readiness strategy. But I must tell you verily that yes, we must fight tonight, but that fight tonight will not be against tanks coming down over the DMZ. No, fellow soldiers, that fight tonight will be right here, right now, right in those hospitals that were established to cure and to heal, not to weaken and to destroy. You have sworn to defend the United States against enemies, foreign and domestic, seen and unseen. Your bravery and your commitment is deeply appreciated by me, by us. You may have taken this position to feed yourself and your families, not because of any desire to fight or to sacrifice. I fully understand your position, but we do not choose our times and we do not choose our roles in history. I pledge that I will not ask of you any risk or for you to suffer any injury that I would not take or would not suffer myself. God help me. I say to you as presidential candidate, as the candidate who disputes this very election and who challenges this pernicious and false choice between corporate PAC Biden and TV personality Trump, that the orders to slowly force you and your family to take this bogus vaccine must stop. Those orders labeled as voluntary are not being given to you by the government or by our military, but by these dangerous forces who only follow their masters' orders, who have infiltrated our government at every level. And who are the masters that have set up this shadow government here in Korea and in Washington, D.C. over the last year? They are the super rich, the powerful, who wish to overwhelm you with a trashy, soulless, unthinking popular culture of consumption, immediate gratification, and waste, so that you will become their slaves. Soldiers, you are not slaves, and you do not work for these dark masters. They claim to own the federal government and to run the military, but they are imposters. They are false gods. The generals that they have bought off have no authority to tell you to do anything. You must follow the Constitution. You must follow your conscience, and you must protect your bodies and your health so that you can fight on another day for freedom, for the truth, for a sustainable United States of America, for our children and for our grandchildren. I have as much authority as either of those candidates, men bankrolled by Goldman Sachs, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos, and I tell you, follow the Constitution, follow your conscience, and follow the authority vested in you by God Almighty. Do what you must do. Do what is right. God does not need a security clearance to know all things. You do not need authorization from those who have no legitimacy in their hearts and in their souls. Go forward today. The truth goes marching on. The gaudy high priests who pray to the false gods of stock markets and derivatives have no power over you. God bless you, and God bless your families. The best for a glorious new year of truth and of justice.